What up? What up? What up? What up? Yeah. Hey, yo, Dookie, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, Dookie. What's going on, fellas? Welcome to another episode of Command. This is episode 367, Minicamp Madness. 367 episodes in the Mojo books. Happy Thursday to you all. Whatever you're sipping on, eating on, smoking on, feeling on, whatever that might be. Vaping on. Feel.
Feeling on.
A little bit of Irish.
Oh, man. What I just did would be terrible for the Spotify listeners. You couldn't see a damn thing I just did. Anyway.
What's going on, Tia? What's up, fellas in chat? Yeah, T or A? Are you
T or A? I got a pick?
I'm an A guy. I like the A gap.
I'm an A guy.
A gap.
I'm more of an A guy, but if the T is really, really nice, I can forgive a lesser A.
I got the opposite of that.
But
like the hit
you're a T guy?
Yeah, I'm starting us off with a bang. What's up, Ryan? With Abby. They need to bring that damn commercial back, man. There's kids today just don't even know. They have no idea. They have no idea what that is. Right? Nobody knows what that is. The Bud Light commercial.
What is going on?
The Bud Light commercial.
Oh yeah.
Like if we were to show that now, kids like the younger generation be like, what is this? What is it?
Hilarious. See, that was the old Budweiser commercial.
Dookie. Everybody wanted to be Dookie.
I love you, man. Was it better than that one? Also, Paul Rudd. I love you, man.
Oh, you're moving from commercial to movies.
No, I'm talking about the Bud Light commercial. He was in one of those too.
Paul Rudd was?
I think in one of the recent Super Bowls.
Oh, I already forgot those, man. I forget Super Bowl commercials right after they happen. I couldn't tell you. I can't remember zero commercials from the last Super Bowl. They're cool at the moment, and you just forget about them because none of them really stick. They don't continue to show them afterwards either.
Like, where's the beef?
That's an old school one.
Check the State Farm. Even though I went from a white guy to a black guy, nobody ever talks about that.
They did the switcheroo.
Yeah.
Didn't say nothing. Switcheroo.
She sounds hideous. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. That's good. All right. Well, without any further ado.
I mean, again, Paul Rudd's so great. I didn't even remember he was in a Bud Light commercial.
Come on, Phil.
One memorable.
If I could choose one celebrity to be my best friend, it would hands down be Paul Rudd. That man is flawless.
Let him say it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're gonna do that shit, I'm just gonna log off and let AI Phil just do the rest of the podcast with you.
We don't like AI Phil that much. He's not.
AI Phil just says some nonsense.
He's not as good as the real Phil. AI Phil's pretty cool. He gives it that inside stuff that we don't normally get.
AI Phil tells us the truth. You know what I'm saying?
He keeps it real.
Yeah,
it goes wrong.
That's real. The AI Phil is a real nigga Phil. That's what we're gonna call that one. Real nigga Phil. Real nigga Phil.
RN Phil.
Yeah,
RN Phil. Or the RNP. The RNP.
Oh,
the RNP.
Good.
Oh Lordy. Yeah, I'll tell you, y'all, let's get this out of the way right now. Man, is it weird having such a functional organization that there ain't shit to talk about? So literally we just manufacture a crisis or two right out of thin air.
Yeah,
that's a good problem to have, though.
You can make up news. Like,
I know, but God, it makes Twitter really annoying.
Like
we don't have this. We don't have the same stupid arguments that you get mad about. You get to the ones where you just kind of roll your eyes and go, "Really? This is what we're going to get mad about today?"
Right. This is,
for instance, yeah. Well, there's a lot of.
Well, it's all news for me because unfortunately, where I'm at now, I don't get to watch a lot of the Commander stuff. during the day, so I haven't heard anything the last like 2 days.
Well, there really hasn't been much to talk about. There really hasn't. It's just been highlights from minicamp and some guys look good.
Is this
I don't know any of that, so it works out for me.
Old Bill looks good.
He does.
Bill, the running back.
Lake told us Jacoby Krosky-Merritt was going to be the starting running back before the season's over.
Well, now that I see that apparently we're running zone running offense. Yeah.
Did you see the this quick video? We can show it later. It's a cool drill. So they have two coaches or assistants holding these giant, 7 foot tall bags, and they're like simulating running to the side as a hole looking up, and then the running back's running towards it. And everyone was joking like B-Rob would have just ran right into the back because he gets in, makes a shifty cut and goes. B-Rob has a pretty good dedicated fan base though. I know Deluxe is really high on B-Rob, so
I like B-Rob. I just don't like him in a zone offense. If you're gonna run zone, then B-Rob's just gonna be a guy that you just do dives at the middle with on short yardage.
Yeah, but like others said, maybe it's the 1-2 punch that this team needs. You got the shifty guy,
quality run game.
Exactly.
You put it all on Jayden's shoulder. You can't put it all on any quarterback's shoulder if you want to win a championship.
Yeah, and B-Rob's healthy. He said that. I have a little picture or a little clip we'll show later, but he's actually healthy. Actually, a lot of guys talked about how just the fact that they're healthy. That's actually a good segue into our.
Well, I need guys that are good when they're unhealthy too.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I do too.
If you ain't healthy, sit your ass down, bro.
Yeah. Why are you going through the motion if you're not healthy? You know what I mean? That's the problem that I have. What are you doing if you're not healthy? Why are you still?
Well, ain't good enough to hold on to his job. That's why he's gonna play unhealthy. He's like, shit. I gotta win these snaps.
Coaches let them though. Coaches let them. Either they lie to the coaches or I don't know. Like how do coaches let them get away with it?
That's what I'm saying.
Remember the RG3 thing? There's the footage came out later that he was talking to Trent Williams saying, "Hey, I messed it up. Don't say nothing, but I heard it really bad." And Trent was like, "Man, you sure you're gonna go out there?" And Rob was like, "Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to save these guys from themselves somehow. I don't know how." Hold on, guys. I'm gonna put this in a few more.
Marcus said also don't forget about Eckler. Until he got injured that first time, that first concussion, Eckler was the best player on our offense for the first 4 weeks of the year. Easily, in my opinion. Easily our best player was Eckler. I think he's somewhere where he led the entire league in yards till he got hurt. Nick still made All-Pro too, by the way. And making All-Pro on kickoff isn't a small task considering kickoffs are important now.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm not going to slight that All-Pro special teams. Even though Madden took all the stars off all the players, none of the players that were All-Pro on our team have any stars or badges.
Oh, really? They did not give them their due.
Yeah,
did they have the X factor?
Wagner had his taken away when he joined us, and Louisville never had one. Eckler had one until he joined us. They took it away. Yeah, it's wild, and all the motherfuckers showed out. Had their best year.
No love.
0.
Man, that's messed up. All right.
I think Jayden and I have one next year. Though.
I hope so, man. Hope so. I still remember his SNES commercial. Who you talking about?
Paul Rudd.
Oh, Paul Rudd. I gotta look that one up because I do not. I remember of it, but I don't remember it specifically. All right, first and foremost.
Okay, I'm going back up here since you brought that up. How do you remember anything like that Paul Rudd's in from not long ago? Dude is generic dark-haired white guy number 1.
He's not that. He's unforgettable.
Yeah, he's great.
He's easily forgettable.
He's unforgettable.
People are like, "Oh, he was in this." I'm like, "Oh, that was him."
You're a hater.
He was in that. Oh, that was him.
Hater Phil.
Yeah.
So we have RN Phil and Hater Phil. Come on. RNP.
I'm the OK player hater right over here. Always got something to say.
Oh man.
Hey.
It
At least there's
Oh,
not Mr. Gers in the comments here. Vic. Where's Jim Sleazy at when you need him?
Yeah,
I
all
know
right.
it's funny that Jim was the one who threw that out there. I'm like, damn.
yeah, almost got it. Would have got him. It would have got him. If it just sit in
Hey,
the comments long enough, it just
Fool me
showed up.
once. Fool me once. I'm you
would've
ain't get
got
me
him.
no more.
It
No more.
would've got him.
All
It
right.
would've
Marshon
got him.
Lattimore is healthy, guys. And I
Thank
think
God.
it's important to recognize this. Clearly we knew he had issues last year. He was coming off a hamstring. He has a lot of injuries he's battled throughout the years. But he has a real quick snippet. Let's listen to what he had to say very quickly at camp, talking about his potential injuries from last year. Check it out.
Just getting a full off season, get healthy. I feel great. I've been working a lot, trying to keep being in shape. Getting in better shape than I was obviously last year. Dealing with an injury, so I feel good.
What type of difference do you just notice? The nuances of just being out there. Anything specific that you really can feel a difference compared to last year?
Just the burst, just getting out my breaks and all that. I was dealing with cancer, that take a lot out of you, and it take a long time to heal. And I was just trying to battle through that. But now, since I got a full, off season, I just feel great. I feel explosive and all that.
So that's good, right? But, however, what I do want to show. It's hard to see. All right, here we go. This is Marshon Lattimore's injury history.
All right, they had an article called Marcus Lattimore. So
going
Kenny
all the way
Lattimore.
back to 20.
I would say just call him Kenny.
Kenny Lattimore.
2014. He had hamstring injuries going. I mean, that was his first major injury.
I don't know, is head cranial concussion different than a regular ass concussion? Why they spell it out like that? Damn.
Maybe that's the official terminology.
Damn.
So he had a grade 3 hamstring tear.
Damn.
Two grade 3 hamstring
Those were
tears.
in college.
Yeah. I don't know when he came in the league. Ohio State. Concussion 2017. Ankle sprain 2017.
When he came in the league. That's when
Second head cranial concussion, Dev. That's 2. Thigh strain. And what year did he come in the league? I don't remember.
2017.
2017. Okay. So he has 2 concussions. Two thigh hamstrings. See the hamstring tear, hamstring strain, another hamstring strain pull, abdominal muscle strain, hand thumb sprain.
Go ahead, Mr. Glass.
Abdominal muscle strain, pedal ankle sprain, grade 3. That's a bad one. And inguinal hip strain. Another thigh. Man, his thighs are cooked.
They call it thigh hamstring.
But I think that's the hamstring. Yeah, that's what he was bothering him last year.
Thigh hamstring. Which
Yeah.
one is it? That's 2 separate muscles.
Extremely different ones. But look at this. They give the player an icon: durability, ability to produce despite relative injuries. 5 being the most durable. He's a 1.9. This is his
5 hamstring.
This is, yeah. 2017. He's only been in the league for 7 years, man. This is his 8th season. 29 years old.
He's going for a hamstring every
The
year.
other thing I'll say is that we're not, because we got so many other guys at corner.
Yeah.
Like if something happens, it's okay. We have other guys capable of doing a good job. Now, when he's healthy, he's on.
Yeah. I mean, just the mere fact that we need some help. I'm going to look up real quick what was his PFF scores last year. I don't think he did that.
Last year was not a banner year for old Marshon Lattimore, but
yeah, he was the 89th ranked.
He's had some great years though. He's had some fantastic years as a corner.
89th ranked. I wonder. Yeah, we probably could go back and look, but last year he struggled battling injuries, so I get it.
Well, it's easy. It made him timid.
Yeah, no burst. With a healthy Marshon Lattimore, though, what do you think the secondary? If he's cornerback 1, likely. I mean, you can call Mikey Samerso cornerback 2, but if Amos is really where he thinks he's going to be, you got to move Mike Samerstill back inside, right? I think you have to.
You can. I mean, Mike, you play both inside and out. So,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, who else is going to play inside? If that's where he came from, as Samerstill as a, he rose to that occasion as that guy, but I don't know why wouldn't he just go back in there? I know he played really well on the outside.
Ignashi no more with her.
Ignashi's Igbo's still on the team.
Igby's still there.
Yeah, there you go.
We re-signed him. Marcus Seedland pointed this out. This is the same thing I was thinking.
And we got the dude, the Jones he plays sliding at safety, right?
Marcus Seedland says he does not think his hamstring injury might be an issue this year. Doesn't think that. He's read hamstring injuries are caused by him not properly stretching. This is very true. And he thinks our training staff will hopefully fix it. I mean, look, if it's a repetitive issue, it's like, dude, dog, stretch. Like Herbert says in Family Guy, don't forget to stretch those creamy hamstrings.
Don't forget to stretch those hamstrings.
Not the creamy hamstrings.
That's what he says.
Creamy hamstrings. The fuck's that even mean, bro?
We used to stretch. I used to play a flag football league, and I used to say that when we stretch it just to mess with them. Like, don't forget to stretch those creamy hamstrings.
Creamy hamstrings. What is it? What is the creamy part?
You gotta remember, Herbert was a perverted old man who liked little kids.
On The Simpsons. I mean, on the Family Guy.
Family
right?
Guy.
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Remember the old man Herbert?
Yeah,
he always would hit on.
Has the whistle in his in his talk.
Yeah. Whippersnapper. Young whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper. Can't do that whistle. That's what's gonna do
Snapper.
it. Oh
Get
man.
your fat ass back over here.
Yeah. Lattimore's healthy. Okay.
Lattimore is healthy. This is a good thing. Look, if we can get 14, 15 games out of him, I'll be happy.
I ain't lying. So the next talk of the town has been Deebo Samuel's getting a lot of attention today. People are talking about so there was a video by ML Football just posted about Deebo and so he was running a little bit slow. And there was no context of the video. It was just video of him running some routes. Wasn't really like moving fast. So all of a sudden it caught a lot of traction. And if you looked at it, very quickly, you would just be like, oh, well, he's moving kind of slow. Maybe he's out of shape, or maybe he, because it's always been a weight thing with Deebo.
Also, it looks like he's solidified himself.
Yeah, but I think for the way he plays, he has to have a little bit of that. Not he can't be a Terry McLaurin. He's got to be a little bit of meat on his bone just from the way he plays. That's all I'm saying. There's a quick, let me find this video. Where is it? Man, this dude posts so much. Oh man. Just, I don't know where this guy has time, but he's post after post after post after post. Oh, Raiders, poor Raiders, man. Poor Rod.
What happened with the Raiders?
It's just their camp debut, and one guy comes out like a silver blow up ball. You can be inside the ball and like do the roly poly thing, that sort of. And people are like, oh, they're having so much fun, and everyone's just like roasting them in the comments. It's okay. Here we go. Deebo Samuel. All right, guys. So this right here is Deebo running some routes. 20 seconds. Mm-hmm. Turn the volume down so we don't get hit with anything like that. Nothing crazy, right? It's just, we know that song. And those videos right there, right? And so for some reason, that turned into like people in the comments like, oh, Deebo's fat, he's slow. I mean, even the post, what do you notice? Like people are just trying to bait with Deebo. And then, look, Deebo looking like Eddie Lacy. Look, like how you going to do that? How you going to do that? That's kind of messed up.
Well, I mean, look at Eddie Lacy running over people and you all want to complain?
Yeah, Lacey was a fucking
the truck.
no.
I mean,
joke.
Debo
He
is
was out
looking.
there, dog.
Debo right there is looking pretty, healthy for a wide receiver. But I don't think he looks like he's running slow. It looks like he's running the way you run in a mini camp.
And George Kittle came in and said it's called group install when players jog through plays, knock it off. So he wasn't talking about his weight. He was just talking about people were saying in the comments he's so slow and he's slow because he's fat. And so George Kittle, this is what we do. And then B-Wags also has one in here somewhere. Bobby Wagner.
Bryce Butler said something. He's a former wide receiver.
Where's Bryce? Oh, ex-NFL receiver here. What are we talking about? I've been looking at the routes he's running. I see a deep cross in the corner. He catches both rocks. It's phase 2 OTAs. Look like offense is installing. 2 to 3/4 speed. There you go. What do you expect? You don't want to get, knees blown out, hamstrings. Yeah. See, I don't know where there's another one that Bobby Wagner puts in here. You see, this is what I'm talking about. And people just run with shit like that. That's what I don't like. Big butt deep. People just go crazy these comments, man.
Everybody's trying to create something. They want to be like, we shouldn't have signed this big money free agent. Bring back De'Ami Brown. Whatever bullshit they want to say.
They bonused him out this year too. They lowered his price so it creates more cap space in the future. That was something they did do. I heard, right? To Debo, or is that something that's on the horizon?
That I don't know.
I think they moved his money to a signing bonus to where it would free up some cap space. It's what I was reading. I could be reading what's going to happen, but I thought that happened.
I mean, Phil made a good point. People are just trying to generate stuff. You mentioned people are just trying to justify we should have kept De'Ami Brown instead of Debo.
The more I think about it, the more I am going to miss
the more Brown.
That guy just brought something so special to the team. It's going to be tough.
No. It's going to be tough, but we got Debo now, Phil. Don't worry about it, man.
I am very happy we got Debo now.
But the funny part is on going back. The Commanders posted this video today. Even better. I'm not going to play the sound, but Debo moving pretty quick and pretty shifty to me right there. Team posted this one kind of shortly after all the talk was coming about they just kind of going viral online about his weight or whatever. He looks pretty damn good to me. I'm with it, man. Give me all the Debo. I'm all for it. I'm not worried about Debo's weight. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. That's all I'm saying.
No, Debo looks fine. Look, all the people who actually know are saying, that looked normal.
Yeah.
All the people who don't know and just want to be able to be like, first on the hate train. I told y'all in minicamp this dude was trash. Everybody wants to be first.
They want to be right. Yes. There you go, Phil. They want to be right. They want to be first. They want to be right. That's the problem. That's the problem with the world. And then actually, I've really fallen out of touch with Kevin Sheehan. But today, I actually agree with him. I just kind of not connecting with Kevin Sheehan anymore. But this is what he said on his podcast today. Pretty good.
But this comes down to Marshon Lattimore.
I'm sorry, Lattimore.
That Amos is ready, and it's Amos and Sandra still, and Igbenogany or Jonathan Jones.
Igbenogany.
By the way, adding Jones into the equation too. You've got a veteran corner. Along their overall skill level, talent level is a better situation than they had last year. But to me, their back end play really hinges on Marshon Lattimore. They have a Pro Bowl caliber corner. He has played at a very high level in the NFL. That's what they traded for. They need to see that. And if you get that from Lattimore in 2025, imagine how much that helps Sandra still. Imagine, the benefit and the time you're able to give to Trey Amos. Lattimore is the key, man, to that back end.
Yeah. So this is what I really wanted to show. I apologize. This was the clip she and I said I agreed with.
My son sent this to me last night. He's like, "Oh my God, is Deebo Samuel slow, fat, or both?" He does look chunky. There's no doubt he looks chunky. But people, you can't judge his speed off of shorts, shirts, and basically, shells and walkthroughs and half speeds.
We're also 3 months out from the season. I guarantee you he's not at playing weight yet.
But the speed thing, I'm like, are you guys kidding?
Yeah.
Oops.
That's all accurate.
It is.
Plus, he doesn't look chunky. He just looks.
Now, with that said, he does look chunky.
He's got the pads on.
He does look chunky.
He looks closer to my weight than he should be. Yeah.
Yeah, not that part. The other part.
All right. I don't know. Is that his producer?
I don't know who that is. It probably is Team 980. I'm not really sure.
That's not his podcast. That's the radio broadcast.
But, from the Team 980. Okay.
That's all.
I ain't worried about it.
Producer? But anyway, yeah. He looked fine in the video the team showed. He was able to juke, cut on a dime, and the way he has been used, he's had to be solid. I mean, San Francisco is playing him at running back.
Right.
Most wide receivers, you don't want to put them at running back because their bodies are too fragile to take that much punishment. And not just at running back, but he used to take all those screens and quick slants and stuff where it's like you're taking a lot of punishment. Yeah, you're getting you got guys you're playing in a zone where you're getting hit mostly by 245-pound guys who can run a 4.5.
Yeah,
linebacker,
man.
Or a bunch of 300-pounders bearing down your ass.
Yep.
So,
hey Ryan, here you go. Here's a quick little snippet for
Ryan Elias wants to see some Trey Amos videos.
You want to see some Trey Amos videos, man? There you go. Let's show some Trey Amos video. There's just one quick one of him doing the dance that he. That's him, 23. There you go. A little bit high. People seem to be he seems to be the center of attention in a lot of these videos.
Eckler's right in there with him.
Yeah. Look at Dominique Anthony. Oh, that's good stuff.
Dominique,
other things.
Y'all come to hope to see what he does. Very fast linebacker who was a safety also.
He just hasn't got an opportunity, right?
Yeah, he got hurt, I think, and then he played at the end of the year.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan, one more for you, man. If you're a fan of Tutty, I don't know if everybody is.
I am not.
Oh, he's dope.
Man, I step up in the club with my mug on me. Outfit on shop with my chain on me. With a knot up in my pocket, so I'm doing a pookie lean. Put your hand up in the air, that shit ain't hard.
Look at Trey. We were talking earlier in the group chat. Is Tutty a guy or a girl? It got to be a guy. And George made a good comment. Like he's probably someone just on the command force, just some random person. Like, hey, you go be Tutty. Bow with him. I'll hold out, man. I'm double dipping. Y'all pay me to be Tutty. I'm not a regular dancer like the rest of these peasants. Tutty's growing on me, man. Tutty's growing on me.
I know
he's not growing on you, Deb.
Tutty takes the helmet off and he's got a low taper fade. I'm like,
he's doing it, man. Tutty's doing it. Tutty's doing it. All right.
Tutty's popularity, actually, I will say this. Like the hate for him used to be massive.
Yeah.
And now the popularity for him is generally massive.
Still, it's a terrible mascot.
Hey, you know what else is massive?
The hog. Our hog, I guess.
No taper fade. That's for all the kids out there.
Hey, listen.
Tinker taper.
So 33rd team, who we like to quote, said every wide receiver had 40 plus receptions last season averaging 8+ yards yak. Deebo Samuel. Only one in the NFL. He's a yak machine. He's a yak monster.
8+ yards yak is nuts. Nuts.
I mean, for reference, Zach Ertz gets you like 1. But averaging 8, which means you have a lot more than 8 and a lot, and some less than 8. But to average 8, that means you're getting 15s, 20s to keep that average high. So that's what we're going to get out of Deebo. What did you say he runs, Dev? A fly route? What did you say he runs? I thought he runs slants.
Jet hitch. They hit and go, hitch and a go.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
Is a jet sweep considered a pass?
No, it's considered a run if it's behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line. I guess it depends how they.
You can even see the plays they running at the bottom of the screen. All of them are like hitches, slants.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yes, I bet he's a white dude with curly hair. That would be mind blowing if he was. If he truly was, that would be pretty sick, man.
We need to come up with a dance. So like every time team scores, the tutty can hit the tutty. Call it the tutty.
This was Dan Quinn. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but Ben Stanek posted this. He essentially asked Dan Quinn which off-season acquisitions have been impressed you the most, and he goes, a number of them. He specifically called out Deebo. He was such a difficult person to tackle. How are you going to tackle this person is what he said. Forgotten how fast he is. Now I don't know if this is coach lip service, but this is what he said in quotes. Man, you better either get him at the line or you better get on top of him is what he said. So many run after catch plays. That's what I'm talking about. Did we have any? What was our yak like last year?
Diami was the man last year.
It was Diami. Right, Phil?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of.
His face cracked trying to give Diami a compliment. You hear that? He's like, ah.
But even then, it wasn't consistent.
I knew it was coming.
That's all right. I am real quick going to look up all of our wide receivers box scores because I really want to see what our yards after catch were. I don't think it was very good.
Look up these yaks.
Look up these yaks. What is the yards per game, catch percentage, receiving yards per target, touch yards per scrimmage? You didn't really give us any yak. Oh man, there's no yak on Pro Football Reference. What are we doing? You're gonna make me do advanced stats here? Come on. All right. Well, if anyone else has it, I was just trying to see the yak for all the players last year, and 2024. Maybe ESPN has it. Does ESPN have? Oh, they do have it. Let's go. Here we go. All right. Eckler led us in yak, followed by Terry at 292. The Zacchaeus Diami Brown 218. Dev, there you go. Zach Ertz 187. B-Rob 179. Luke in his limited play 97. Fall down Noah Brown 83. This man had 35 receptions and only 83 yards yak. That's crazy.
Fall down Noah Brown. I feel bad calling him that because of his injury.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit. I feel bad for that too. But look at Eckler, dude. 35 receptions, 424. Look at Noah Brown.
That's what you expect. Yeah, that's what you expect out of a running back.
Yeah. Yep.
But Deebo is a wide receiver primarily that is averaging 8 yards of yak. Now look at the other guys. You know, they're averaging what, 5, maybe 6 yards of yak.
Yeah. Terry is about 3 point something. 3.5, 3.4.
Terry gets a lot of stuff where he's not going to get a lot of yak. I mean, you know, we saw it in the Lions game where he got some.
The Cowboys game is probably inflates this number. Remember the game win? What we thought was supposed to be the game win, the game winner. And
well,
then,
even then, he caught that ball downfield. You know, he got 40 yards of yak, but he also got 40 yards of ball in the air.
Yeah, man.
You know, he said he gets downfield more than the other receivers.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that Jalen Reed gets some deep stuff, and that even Debo, because Debo runs flies.
Yeah. Debo runs flies. All right.
I'm not really looking for yak. I'm just looking for yards downfield. Period. I want to see more of that vertical game incorporated along with the stuff we've been doing.
Yak is nice though because it really helps out the quarterback, right? You could just take a dinky, a 5-yard dump off, and like Eckler does. He took a screen pass and takes it, 20, 30 yards. That's what I loved about Eckler, man. Brandon Coleman moving to guard. Brandon Coleman is moving to guard. I think we kind of saw this writing on the wall. Like I think we kind of knew it was coming with the signing of Laremy Tunsil and the drafting of Josh Connerly. Like
Connerly looking good on right tackle.
I haven't heard anything bad.
Actually, I've heard Laremy Tunsil say that he is damn good. Yeah. Laremy Tunsil, let me tell you something. Maybe it's some of its lip service. It's a little early to tell if this means anything. Laremy Tunsil sounds motivated. This is a guy.
He looks good too.
Who a lot of people are like, he's the type of guy that doesn't really like get hyped for like practice or mini camps. He's just, but he said he's like,
allegedly.
He says we got some dogs on this line. And he says Connerly. He says, Lord, he says that guy's got everything to be damn good for years. I'm paraphrasing, but this is pretty much what he was saying. Like, seems very excited. You got to think Tunsil's been the anchor of a lot of lines that were not necessarily great. Like, so I guess for him, it's probably like, I just got to do my job. I got 4 other guys here who could do their job. So for Connor or for Tunsil, it's like, hey, this is fine with me. And if he's a Pro Bowl tackle and he's impressed by the rookie, that's good.
Yeah. But the way the new shuffling goes, so Brandon Coleman played left tackle for us last year. And, at the end of the season, we even said it on this podcast that there's a chance we might have found our future left tackle. We said that, right? Because he didn't play that bad. He didn't play crazy good, but we're like, okay, this is serviceable. And then we get Laremy Tunsil in the offseason from the Texans. And so Coleman's going to go, he's, excuse me, Tunsil's playing left tackle where Coleman played last year, and Connerly is probably competing for right tackle.
Oh, that's his.
Yeah. So the O-line, I mean, regardless.
You think Wiley is gonna push Josh Connerly for a starting job?
In the words of Dev, he is a record-breaking Glock Dookie Award winner on this show, so he'll always have a special spot on this program.
All Dookie.
All world.
Somewhere in the lower bowel region. Not reserved for him.
All world. That 2023 season was historic for Andrew Wiley. Now, Sam Howell probably didn't help him out, neither Eric Bieniemy, but
can I tell you something? I did go back and watch the Tampa Bay playoff game. It was on NFL Network.
Yeah.
And I specifically watched Brandon Coleman. And I think I saw some of the reasons why they said, you know what, kids all right, we gotta get better.
Yeah.
Namely, and this is something that you don't see with interior linemen because they don't have a choice. Coleman doesn't go looking for people to block. Like, he looks for who's in his zone, and if there's nobody there, he's just standing there.
He's not a seek and destroy guy.
He doesn't have that instinct.
You know who was that way? Brandon Sheriff was that guy. That dude, I'm gonna find someone and I'm gonna pummel his ass. Yeah, Cosby does it too. Cosby does it too. Cosby does it on screen passes when they get out in space.
Cosby loves
out in space, boy. That he lights some people up.
Look, I love Laremy Tunsil. I've been wanting him on this team since forever. Cosby is still my favorite lineman on this team.
Yeah, love Cosby, man.
I can't imagine what it's gonna be like when he comes back. Hell, you imagine what happens or how protected Jayden's going to be? Let's say Cosby comes back, and let's say Coleman's doing all right. They plug Cosby in on the left side.
Yeah.
Over Alec Reddy. You can imagine the just the wall on that left side. Love me some Sam Cosby. Dude is exactly what you want in an offensive lineman. He's got a nasty streak. He's athletic. He is stupid strong.
Yep.
So I'm very excited to see how this line comes together this year because there's so much potential for so much good. Last year was so much better than the year before.
You got that Eagle stout front, and even the Giants got Abdul Carter, Thibodeau, and Dexter Lawrence. Those are two stout defensive lines that this team has to be prepared for. Now the Giants are still the Giants.
They know that the window has just opened. They have a couple of years before they might have to reset and reload. Yep. So you might as well get everything stacked now so you can compete against the lines you're going to see for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm perfectly fine with what they did.
Speaking of moving out in space, we saw a couple times last year where one of my favorite players.
What does a year two?
Ben Sinnott, who
he has apparently looked good too.
Yeah, he has too. So this is a real quick just about him on year 2.
What does a year 2 Ben Sinnott look like in your opinion?
One that got an off season, one that is a lot more confident and much more comfortable with. I mean, you kind of get thrown in the fire a little bit your rookie year, coming in from the combine and that draft process. You're learning your teammates, your coaches, your offense. So going into this year, getting a full off season, getting my body back, knowing the offense and already having that chemistry built. So just one that's ready to get better and hopefully build a big role in this team. It's huge. Being able to have the same staff as last year and you know what these guys expect. You don't have to change the offense at all. And you know the standard that these guys hold, and it's a really high one. And once you have that familiarity, you can just focus on the ball. You don't have to get to know anyone. You already have those relationships built. So just being able to focus on football, and it's a blessing to have that in a league like this. So it's exciting.
You know, I'm really excited because I really do think this is the last year of Ben Sinnott. We can talk about this forever. Dev, John Bates getting paid shit ton of money to get 143 yards this season. Probably comes out to like what, 30 grand a catch, if not more. 50 grand a catch, probably more than that. 100 grand a catch. I don't know. But whatever happens, I think John Bates is going to be the blocking tight end. We'll just call it that. I'm not saying tight end 2. I'm saying the blocking tight end. Zach Ertz, tight end 1.
Lineman.
Yeah, and I believe Ben Sinnott will finally get to start rotating in with Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is what, 35?
Yep.
35. So to the folks that call Ben Sinnott a fullback, I get it. He's blocking. He didn't have a lot of opportunities for catching. He caught a touchdown, and then he caught that fake punt from Trey last year. The man made the most of what opportunities he was given. I'm telling you, the Chris Cooley vibes here are just too crazy to ignore.
Chris Cooley's first year wasn't exactly impressive either. And that was with Gibbs.
Yeah, the man's almost 6'5". Chris, your same height, 6'4". I believe he's like 243-ish, give or take. Their measurements are almost exactly the same. I'm just telling you, as long as they give him the opportunity, it's there. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, Chris Cooley, when he got drafted, it was him and Robert Royal. I mean,
Robert Royal.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, those are your tight ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, he did have a better first season than Sinnott. He had 37 catches for 314. He did have 6 touchdowns. But that was in, there was no Zach Ertz in front of him, It was him and Robert Royal. Now he did his second year, he burst out there, 71 catches. Then he had 57, then 66, then 83. Then he was hurt in 2009 at 29. 2010, he had 77. And he wound down his career. Became a backup to Fred Davis.
Yep.
Actually, he got hurt in 2011 and 2012. He was kind of relegated as a fullback, actually. And they were, Fred Davis was the primary tight end. He was playing fullback and he was playing tight end, but he was behind Paulson and Davis by that point.
His name was Robert Paulson.
His name was Logan Paulson.
I know. Yeah, Robert Royal.
Which is weird. You know what's funny? And I don't know what it is.
What's up, Deluxe? Thanks for popping
in. People in his fan base, and maybe it's because he's on TV now. He's on podcasts. People in his fan base have much more fond memories of Logan Paulson than they do Chris Cooley.
Which I have one good memory of Logan Paulson is that's during the Robert Griffin year where he caught a touchdown. He was wide open. He was a great blocker.
I don't have a fond memory of Logan Paulson. I have a fond remembrance of teams he was on, and and Logan Paulson was there.
Yeah,
like
hype with Evan Royster.
I have fond memories of Chris Cooley doing things like catching 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys when we blew them out in 2005.
Yeah,
or him with that long touchdown catch against the Panthers in Jason Campbell's first win as a quarterback.
Or wearing booty shorts and living the Captain Chaos persona. Like, that's what I liked.
Captain Chaos. Or, hell, take a picture of your playbook and let the tip of your hog get into the picture. I mean, Chris Cooley.
And marry a cheerleader when you're not supposed to.
And marry a cheerleader when you're not supposed to.
Ryan mentions Evan Royster. Penn State, lots of hype. Him and Roy Helu got drafted together out of Nebraska. Evan Royster out of Northern Virginia. I want to say Fairfax, like West Springfield or Westfield. One of those two.
Cooley here's the thing. Cooley was the football player a lot of us wanted to be when we were in like high school and thinking we might, if I can get famous, this is what I do. Oh yeah. I'd go bang cheerleaders and be goofy.
There's a chance. Luck says Logan was a big contributor on specials and blocking at the big play here and there. Yeah. He gives great analysis though. Like now, like I love his analysis. Very good.
Tight ends in general are really good at that. I think it's because they're so multifaceted.
It's a complex position. You have to know the run plays, the pass plays. You have to know the blocking plays. You have to know the protections. Like you have to know so much to be a tight end in the NFL. Now, we're not talking like the Jordan Reeds, whose sole purpose you're coming out there to be a receiver. You don't even worry about blocking.
Yeah, if you're a true tight end, you have to know how to block. You have to know blocking, man, routes, all that. Like you have to be able to do everything besides throw the football. It's the only thing in the game of offensive football that you don't have to do. And if were Logan Thomas, you had to know how to do that too.
Yeah, just your emergency quarterback, and you were a quarterback by trade. So
it's just one of those things that I look at. I'm like, tight ends because Cooley does great analysis. Paulson does great analysis. You listen to other guys who have played the position and were well-rounded tight ends. They all do really well. Travis Kelce, for all the things we don't care about him. When he talks the game, he knows the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Real quick before we move on to Noah Brown, Deluxe says Cooley and Logan are both great analysts. They learn a lot from McVay as their tight end coach. Yeah, man, McVay was a prodigy, genius. Clearly, he is where he is now. Marcus says John
Cooley Cooley was not here with McVay.
Because McVay came with Shanahan.
Yeah,
and Cooley was
Cooley ended his career with Shanahan.
That's right.
But by that point, Cooley was a long time vet. But Cooley came here under Gibbs and Joe Bugle.
There we go.
There's your legends right there. Yeah, because Joe Bugle was the offensive line coach, but also they included the tight ends with the offensive line coaching. So if you ever notice it, when Cooley tells stories, he has a lot of Joe Bugle stories.
I love it. All right, guys. Noah Brown.
You ever ate Bugles? Yuck.
Bugles are great, dude.
Like poor people's Doritos.
Dude, they're so good.
Bugles are so one good. On each of the tips of your hand.
Yes, when you act like Wolverine or Freddy Krueger. Oh, Bugles are great, man.
You guys needed Mr. Rogers growing up. Y'all needed way better imagination.
Super salty. Just now they have like the ranch flavor and stuff. Yeah. Give me the original.
I do like the turtles.
What are those? What are you talking about?
You ever had turtle? It's like it's
chocolate thing turtle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't like them.
They have like the turtle version of the Bugles. They're good.
I don't know.
It's kind of like instead of using a pretzel in the turtle, they use a bugle.
Reminds me of washing clothes at the laundromat.
Why is that? I
don't know. I remember every time I went to the laundromat, my grandmother or something, some dumbass bugle she'll buy.
Oh, here we go. So Deluxe says he was with so McVay was an offensive assistant in 2010, and he was the Redskins tight ends coach 2011 to 2013. What was Cooley's last year? Was it 12?
It was 2012, but he only played 14 games between 2011 and 2012.
Okay.
Because remember, he almost didn't come back in 2012, but they coaxed him back. They cut him originally in 2012 and brought him back as a fullback.
Yeah.
So
he got like no.
I'm not putting Cooley on McVay's tree of knowledge. That's not who we really learned under. Just saying.
Cooley used to quote him.
I will give it to Logan Paulson all day long.
Yeah. So Noah Brown went down in practice yesterday, 7-on-7s. Don't really know the extent of his injury, what it is. I guess MRI. Dan Quinn told everyone that no update today, but he's having an MRI today. We haven't heard the results of that MRI, but he was carted off the field yesterday at 7-on-7s. Now, I think as it templated out, Noah Brown was the wide receiver 3. It was Terry, Debo, Noah Brown, and then probably Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane, our Michael Gallup, KJ Osborne. Don't even know if they're going to make the team. I kind of don't know why we re-signed Noah Brown anyways back, but
I really think it was all those guys got signed for like vet minimums.
They did. It was very, very little.
It was like, look, we're just gonna have everybody compete. Best of the best day.
You could have kept OZ, but I think there's a random stat out there that Noah Brown led the NFL in like penalties, pass interference drawn or something, and it's some crazy thing. Him and Jayden pretty had good chemistry. Deluxe says, I only bring it up because Cooley and Paulson have both praised McVay for what they learned. Okay. There you go. Fair. But with Noah Brown being down, and not that pun that we talked about earlier in the show, what does that mean for someone like Luke McCaffrey, who really didn't get the opportunities last year? But now he's probably, as it stands right now, I believe he's wide receiver 3. Dev, do you think Luke McCaffrey can fill in and be a contributing wide receiver 3?
I mean, do I think he can contribute? Yeah, but as an outside receiver, I don't know. I think, like I said, we have a whole team full of slots outside of Terry, who's not
right. Right.
So
I will note that Luke is built. He's built like an outside receiver.
Yeah, but he's like really just 1.5 years of playing receiver.
Yeah. Which means he's tall enough that you might be able to develop him into an outside receiver. Maybe. I mean, that's
I want to say up till like week 10, for the little time he played, Luke McCaffrey was leading the NFL in separation percentage. Like he was the most open wide receiver in the league for a long time, at least a third of the season. He just wasn't getting the ball thrown to him. Because if you remember early on, Jayden's internal clock, he got that ball out quicker, he ran. And that's just, being young. And by the time he picked it up, he finally realized, oh, snap, Terry's open way downfield. And I don't have to get it out in a screen pass very quickly, or, I can do this. I can manipulate the pocket. And so I don't know. I'm excited. I would love to see Luke work out. What round did we draft him in? I don't even remember. Third rounder. So
third rounder. So he's a guy you expect to get some playing time.
Yes,
and not necessarily a starter, but someone who gets significant playing time.
And poor Noah Brown last year, he had the kidney. Was it a kidney bruise or something to do with his kidneys that kept him out? Towards the end of the season. So you don't want to see the guy get injured. But man, if there's ever an opportunity for Luke to produce, it's now. Granted, it's only June, but camp will be here before next 45 days, or training camp. So I don't know. I think Luke is poised to fill in, but the wide receivers, they're not the most head-turning group of people on this team. You got Terry, now you got Debo. You still have a bunch of question marks. So Marcus says, I read today Ja'Cory Brooks has quietly the last 2 days turned heads, and I wouldn't give up on Luke McCaffrey.
Louisville. I forgot he's on the team.
Old Jacory.
Yeah, hey, by the way, I said this before we drafted him. I said, this guy, he looks like Terry McLaurin when he's at Louisville, dog. I'm telling you, does everything right. Like, he was never supposed to be the best receiver on the team. And every year, man, the dude just showed up at camp, and the guy they got recruited to be a larger star player always was second to this guy, man. No matter who the quarterbacks were, every quarterback he had ended up going to the NFL. Plummer, Shaw, Shug, I mean, all these guys end up going pro, and this guy, Corey Brooks, has been their number one guy every time, dog. He's super solid. He catches everything. He catches tough passes, and he runs crazy routes, dog. And he can flat out fly. I think it's like a 4.4, 4.3 guy.
Right.
I think he can flat out fly. So
his 40 time 4.6.
Oh, never mind. I take that back.
But 6'2".
But
6'2", 184.
All that back. But
undrafted free agent though, Dev. He's got everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Don't be surprised. I feel like the Corey Brooks is gonna be one of them guys that we always have one every year.
Oh, he was first team all ACC last year.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough, man. And like I said, he was not supposed to be the guy before the season started.
As
he was like the third or fourth.
Well, Stevens eloquently put it, we had the Mason Brennan preseason hype award, and it's the guy who does a lot against third and fourth string guys, and everyone thinks can be a star on the starting roster. And
there's always those guys. We've seen the Maurice what's that going guy's name? Looked like Busy Bone. Maurice.
Oh yeah, I can't remember his name either. Yeah.
He did that.
Every year there's a
Terrell
receiver.
Pryor did that.
Every year there was he had a good year though.
Terrell Pryor was not like a fringe guy. We brought him in to be a starter.
He had a good year with us. Then he thought he was an actual receiver. And
you got like I said, Mason Brennan, man, Marcus Mason, Colt Brennan. What was it?
Corey Brooks, you're gonna like him. I'm trying to think of the receivers.
Marco Mitchell.
Marco Mitchell. He's like one of those, man. Except guy can really play, bro. Like I'm not joking. I won't be surprised if he makes the team.
Lacerated liver for Noah. That's what it was. Deluxe says, do injuries concern you, or are most of them just protecting a player in a minicamp? Only injury I'm tracking is Noah Brown. Are there other injuries that have happened that if they've happened, I've missed it?
None of significance.
I think he's speaking in generalities. That if that's a word.
With Noah Brown.
Yeah, like are you concerned? Do you want to would you rather your players have kids gloves on out there in the training camp versus having them go out there and exert themselves? I think he's asking a broader question.
I mean, it's only June. You don't want to get too hurt.
I want to see you run fast enough to where you're not out there pulling the hamstrings.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to give enough effort to show the coaches I'm here to play, especially the guys who they got to make a name for themselves. That's why there's so many fights all the time.
I think going full speed prevents hamstrings. Just jogging and light ass walking and then having to turn it on
because you don't have that stability of when you're sprinting. I'm with you, man.
Plus, man, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, like on that walk hard, but I'm thinking that we're living in an era where even like my stepdaughter, right? She plays sports 24/7. Like, and my son was like that. They had AAU and spring ball for baseball. Then they got passing leagues, and when there's no football season, so all year long you're playing sports, man. Eventually, I think these joints and these bones on these kids and these soft tissue injuries are bound to happen, man. Yeah, I remember like when football guys just played football, or basketball guys just played basketball during basketball season. It wasn't this whole 24 hours, 7 days a week hoops.
Yep. Marcus said, what Dev said about Brooks at Louisville is true. They called him a poor man and Cuomo.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm not joking. Jacory Brooks is good, man. He's good.
All right, you're on the Jacory Brooks train, man. Let's see how he pans out. Hopefully, he makes a spot. The wide receiver room just crowded.
Not anymore.
Terry, Debo, or won't count Noah, Luke.
Lacerated liver is you might be gone for 8-9 weeks. I remember
what happened to Brown last year.
Bledsoe too. Oh, really? He had lacerated liver last year?
Yeah, remember towards the end of the season he was out.
But that's what happened this year. Is that what happened again today?
No.
This is. We think it's a knee. He had a collision with someone.
I just saw somebody say Deluxe said lacerated liver. Maybe
that's what his injury was last year.
I couldn't remember what it was. I remember it was a laceration. I couldn't remember what was lacerated. I couldn't remember if it was a kidney or a liver.
Gallup's an outside receiver too, man. So, like I said, there's always Gallup might be the next up outside receiver, right? Like,
and it's always going to be something that we're not expecting with this team. We didn't expect them to. Ozzy and Noah Brown were going to emerge.
We don't even have Terry right now.
But it makes people, makes you wonder: should we have kept De'Ami Brown?
Should we just give Terry $30 million? Shut the fuck
up. I love you, Terry. Shut the fuck up. Speaking of Terry's contract, back on that subject at hand. We're at the 1 hour mark here. Still no deal. Terry has not shown up. People are real quick clip I want to show by. I have no idea if this is going to be copyrighted or not, but this is Adam Schefter on the Pat McAfee show. We'll stop it every few seconds to talk about it, but he's talking about Terry. Now, in this clip, I believe Adam just talking out of his ass, man. He's essentially riding the fence, saying nothing right or nothing wrong, but I'll let you be the judge.
Did we talk about the other guys not at minicamp? Like TJ, I feel like we know a bit about that situation. Trey,
talking
we
about
don't
TJ
know how
Watt.
it's going to end, but we know a lot more about
Trey
the situation.
Hendricks from
Feels like
Cincinnati.
things have been kind of quiet about Terry McLaurin and him not being at minicamp.
I was talking about.
And the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. And I think the team feels like it's going to get something done with Terry McLaurin.
No, how do you know that? But what Adam says next, really, if I'm Terry, I would be frustrated too. Just listen.
For the mandatory minicamp, but he hasn't participated in the new deal. And I point in time, they're just not there right now. And
it's June.
I'm going to play a game of internet versus about this whole contract deal straight from the Addicts page, because I saw a post today and some subsequent comments that irritated my last nerve on this. All right, so this is where I'm going to go.
Irritated your last nerve. Okay.
I mean, just plucked at it, just killed it. So let me read. Let me read. And this is somebody who has been previously a fan of this show. He's not necessarily a fan of mine, but he's been a fan of this show. Jason Dunaway says, what number is being thrown at Terry that he's not happy with? I see both sides, but bro, you're creeping up on 30 and you're not the face of the franchise anymore. Unless it's disrespectful money, be loyal to a franchise, to a fan base, to your family, man.
Screw that, dude.
It would be downright stupid to pay him $30 to $40 million a year with the missing pieces we have in JD5 coming up in 2 years. First of all, last things first. JD5 is coming up in 4 years.
Or unless they pull a Trevor Lawrence and pay him after the third year, which they could, but
they could, where you just exercise your option and then negotiate a big contract.
Yeah.
Now here's some comments. All right,
I commented on that post too, I believe.
I know you did. Now Aaron Scherer agreed with them 100%. Can't handicap a team with a salary when others will need to be paid soon.
Where are you, Aaron? Show yourself.
And their dude John Gill says you cannot pay him 30 to 40 mil. Ridiculous. If he's demanding more than 30, bye, Felicia. Get your ass to camp. You're still under contract. It's a bad, selfish look. Right now, he's the face of this franchise. If he keeps this up, that'll turn him on a dime. And then Steve brought in that it's probably, he doesn't think it's AAV, but he thinks it's years.
Yeah.
And then someone, this other dude says that Terry should get 4 years, 100 max.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's gay. Sorry. That is just stupid.
That's a lot.
So this is why I responded. I said, you all do realize that Terry's last contract extension was signed on June 27th, right? The deal will get done. Terry's going to get about $33 million a year. That's going to put him in the top 5 salaries wide receivers right now. But 2 years, so many other receivers will have gotten equal or bigger contracts. It's not about the value of the deal now. It's about the value of the deal in the long run. I point out that with Steve that I believe the haggle is on the contracts over years, not dollars. I'm not worried about his age. It's known that he's very, his conditioning is perfectly fine. So I think he's not going to be some third string bum in 3 years. People act like this. He's going to hit 30 and then he's going to show up to camp with a walker. I mean, Jesus Christ. Can we have some sense here? All right. I point out the guys get paid AAV similar to DK. The two have put up some very similar numbers. Terry does his more consistently. He doesn't peak in valley like Metcalf. I think this fan base is so shell-shocked from the Dan Snyder era, they don't want to pay anybody anything.
Yeah.
And this is my extra point that I made here. I said, I love how some people want Terry to be loyal and take less money than he deserves. Now, why should somebody be loyal to a team or a fan base that wants him to earn well less than his value?
Yeah.
Oh, we support you. We love you. But you don't deserve what you're worth is a crazy request to make when you're demanding someone else's loyalty.
Yeah.
You want him to be loyal, but you won't be loyal enough to him to give him what he deserves.
That's simple. It's really that simple.
And then these are more of these cope and seethe comments. I'm going to call out another person who's frequently in our chat. Benjamin Harlow. YouTube NFL Sunday ticket is $378 this year. I'll watch it with or without him. I appreciate what he's done with Washington, but I'll say it again, like I said last year, he's not an elite wide receiver, so you can't pay this dude $35 million a year. Don't make the excuse. He had 5 out of 6 seasons with 1,000 yards with receiving.
I mean, Dev kind of feels that way too.
The reality is,
I think
other wide receivers Washington had were not as good with him. Much respect to the fans and Terry, but he's not Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he's not.
And I said, and 35, and I responded to Benjamin because I was like, and 35 million is below both guys. So
and the market's only going up.
And then I said this. I said I put Terry in the 32 to 34 range. In fact, on this podcast, free plug, I said 3 years, 99 mil with 66 million guarantee would be exactly where he should be. Puts him right along with DK, whose stats are similar, and he has more consistency in how he obtained them. And that contract will see much more gaudy in 2 years as well. And Ben admitted that was fair. But like everybody's like, no, don't pay him, don't pay him, don't pay him. It's like, how much of our salary? Everybody's fine with paying Jayden, which we should. But there's this idea that are we supposed to give 50% of our salary cap to Jayden Daniels?
At some point, Jayden's gonna make like 75.
At some point, you're gonna need to pay for talent to be around this kid.
But
and y'all don't want to give up the bag. This is the time you pay the other guys the big money because you don't have to pay Jayden big money.
So by the time Terry's done getting paid, it's time for Jayden, and then Terry can probably take a 1 or 2 year deal or just walk off into the sunset at that point. 2 years from now.
I hate this loyalty bullshit. Why? These are the same people who go online and says, "Don't be loyal to a company that if you died tomorrow, they'd have a new replacement for you the next day."
Yeah, no, players shouldn't be loyal to anything, dude. It's business.
But you want them to be loyal to you.
Yeah, it's business. Terry, get whatever money you think you're worth, brother. Who cares?
Loyalty may save you a couple million a year. That's about it. And that's really if you can sell them on a vision.
Ryan says
we have that, but
if Terry leaves, this would be the one blemish that questions the thought process. There should be able to make a damn exception for him. No questions asked. I agree. New segment. Fuck that fan. Terry can play into the late 30s with his conditioning. He doesn't have his. Remember, he came into the league late. He was a 5-year college player. 4 year. He played all 4 years.
Yeah.
So
he might have been a 5 year. I think it was a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, he might be Dale Green Fountain of Youth. Sorry, I'm railing, but he's homegrown. That's the problem. You got to keep your talent, man. Benjamin, sir, the first. Yeah, Ben's a good dude, man. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions.
Jason Donaway was the first. Ben was the second. I did.
Yeah.
I actually, and John Gill in there too. So that's a 3-for-1 deal y'all got with this FTF. I should do that. You know what? If certain things,
it's not an outlying.
I'm going to do internet versus. Using which is if y'all know what internet versus or Twitter versus kind of stuff is, you understand the concept. I'm going to sit here and just go off on random dumb comments I see about this team online because
X, you
There's
go
no
on X and
shortage
there'll be
of
an
them.
endless supply of them on X. Endless supply.
I saw two of our female fans battling each other over nothing today.
It's great.
Now, one of them I had to unmute them just to see the comments.
Deluxe says, as part of fan reaction to the Serrato and Allen history, coveting signing big name free agents and letting their own walk after lowballing them. It's a little bit of Stockholm syndrome. We are scathed. It's an emotional toll this fan base has taken over the last years. It's a new people in town. Now, if they decide we're not gonna do this, then what do we say? So far, it's been let Adam cook, let AP cook. What if they decide, sorry, buddy, it's just we don't see that. We don't see that. Like Dev said, we didn't draft you. We love you. We didn't draft you. What then? Do we side with Terry? Do we still say let AP cook? Like what do you do at that point?
You can say AP's generally cooked, but he's made a mistake on that one.
Yeah, fair. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
I'm sorry. It's 2025. There's nuances out the door on everything in this world. Yeah. But here's the thing. Deluxe said something. This is interesting. Serrato is around Allen historically coveting and signing big name free agents. Allen was allergic to signing big name free agents.
That was a Serrato. That was a Vinny.
That was a Serrato thing. Allen's thing was he found marginal players on bargain bin deals.
He didn't want to spend money, period.
Yeah, he just didn't spend money. Like, okay, yeah, you got Deshaun Jackson one year, and then you also pulled off a deal to get Josh Norman, which is not so much a good pickup.
Yeah,
but you didn't have a truckload of big deals under Allen, and that's what hurt us. Guys would leave because we wouldn't keep. Yeah, guys would leave because they weren't going to get the big deal here that they had coming. Kirk Cousins, we could have had Kirk Cousins so many times for a much cheaper deal than he ended up getting when he went to the Vikings.
Scott McCloughan tried. In other news, I have something that's going to really piss Phil off. Not related to Terry, but the Patriots. Okay, they're going to unveil a statue of Tom Brady, as they should, right?
They should. I mean, I'm over my Tom Brady hate.
Okay,
for the most part,
but they're going to do it at the preseason game versus the Commanders. So I think it's the first or the
I think that's their first home game, their first home
local sculpture to create a larger than life bronze statue.
Go forward, do this all. Steve deserves it.
I am a patriot.
Yeah.
You are looking old there, buddy.
But that's how they end it right there, prior to Patriots versus Commanders preseason game. So I just thought I'd point this out. It's a little funny.
That doesn't irritate me though. I mean, it's like we just happen to be the team. You know? It's
true.
It's their first preseason game at home. That's when you unveil these. That made me mad.
Okay.
You thought it was gonna be like, oh, the disrespect.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, if I was a Dolphins or a Bills fan, I might feel, or a Jets fan, I might feel more slighted.
Yeah. So Jeremy, amongst contracts, I know this is different, but Jeremy Reeves was signed. He got a 1-year deal, so it's good to see that he actually got signed. Man, I appreciate.
Revo is the king of 1-year deals.
He is, man. I'm surprised they didn't give him more than a 1-year deal. He does.
He's a little older than you realize.
What is he?
His career did not start here.
35, 34, 33.
He's 30.
I don't know. He's extended though on a 1-year extension. 1-year extension. Marcus said the salary cap can be adjusted, so I agree with both Steve and Phil. Pay Terry and others now. I listened to the salary cap expert. We are in great shape, even with extensions for the next 6 years. Ryan says, here's the thing. If Lane, Luke, and any young guys show up, I can see the decision, but we aren't there at this point. Extend them. Yeah, I agree. If Allen was more like
take that back.
Serrano,
Revo is going to be 29 this year.
See, young. I would have put him like on a 2-year deal, man. He's an all-pro.
He's an all-pro for being a backup safety and special teamer.
Yeah, special teamers. 8-year vet at 28. Yeah, they're gonna do a Belichick statue. I don't know unless his girlfriend doesn't allow it. We'll have to see. I don't know, but yeah, Revo signed, man. So we're talking contracts here about Terry, but they did sign all-pro Revo, which was good. So I appreciate that. I thought it was very cool. Something crazy, a little off kilter, not about Revo, but you guys track it. So Shamar Stewart, I learned this today. I had no idea. So he got drafted by the Bengals, and he refuses to sign his contract because there's stipulations. It's not. I don't think it's money. There's conditions because the rookie contracts are already decided, but there's conditions, and he hasn't signed it. What I learned today blew my mind. Did you guys know that if a player refuses to play his first year, he can get redrafted his second year?
Bo Jackson did it.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson
I forgot
refused
about that.
to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah.
That's crazy. And that same team can't draft him again. That's wild. But I don't know, I mean, how good this guy is to have the leverage for it. I didn't think he had any leverage for it, but whatever. Thought it was pretty cool, though, man. I didn't.
Can he go back to college?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Certainly not going to be a first round.
You can't go back to college once you announce, man. Once you announce, you can't go back to college.
You cannot. Also, so once you declared, that's it.
Yeah, you go to the XFL.
Yeah, for a year and chill out.
I mean, you could do that. You could go to Canada.
Yeah. I do have a Paul Rudd moment of the week. It's I'm not gonna do the intro. A little bit fun. It's a funny little skit, Dev. I think you'll I think you'll get a kick out of this one. We don't need to do the intro, but this one will kind of crack you up. Check it out. It's called Freaky Family Matters, Dev.
Oh, I saw this today.
It's a rare condition this day and age to demand a freak off with so much rage. The strangest addiction that you'll ever find. Some people say that he's losing his mind. Well, then there must be some magic juice inside the one is yours.
J-Lo.
All I see is a chocolate thing. Man, they're busting over everything. Days gone by. It's the biggest break of the century.
Dog, AI, man. What are we doing? That was great. I thought that was hilarious. Freak off family matter. Freak off matters, dude. That was great.
Okay, I want to know something. I can think of all kinds of freak off parody shit. Who the hell was like, I'm going to do make fun of the freak off and base it on Family Matters? Like, that is the most random.
Exactly. Of the connection, the Beaver one was hilarious, dude. They have Beaver
How
as
does one's brain go from point A to point B on that one?
Ryan was going to send me one. That was the one he was going to send me. Oh, it was great. It was great. Marcus said, but now with NIL money, he can afford to sit out for a year. A lot of these players have no rush to come into the league now. And hey, another thing, the courts decided that the colleges can pay students now. So I'm so happy that that's actually working out in favor of the students, because the NCAA is corrupt. It's a for-profit business. I don't care what they say. It's not about student athletes. It's about turning a profit. So now you don't complain that you can't pay your coach $10 million. Now you got to pay all your college players. So good luck. Figure it out. I don't feel sorry for you, NCAA schools. And have fun. Deluxe says, if he has eligibility, he may go back now. Used to be about an agent and getting paid. Does NIL change that? I don't know, man. We're in a weird landscape right now, to be honest with you. I have no idea. No clue, man. But minicamp has wrapped up. Today was the last day, June 10th through the 12th. I don't think we even know the training camp dates yet, because I think there's a lot of moving pieces. I'm not exactly sure, why. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they did announce it. They did. This is okay. This is brand new. This was not here 3 days ago.
Hit that breaking news sounder.
This was there we go. All right. Key dates, man, on the Commanders website. This is new. Okay. So we got some signing stuff, franchise tag, blah, 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 blah. We'll talk about that. July 22nd, transition players. 31st, Hall of Fame game, July 31st. July 31st. So, okay, never mind. They have not done training camp. They just put some. Okay, so we're not there yet. We got some roster stuff, and we have the preseason. Okay, sorry. We got dates when the rosters need to get cut down. August 26th down to 53. Okay, we do not have training camp dates yet, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry. They had not done it yet. It's going to be sometime in July, but we don't know when. So that kind of sucks. I thought they had announced it, but my bad. All good. All right, guys. I think we've culminated, so make sure I'm not drowning underwater. But hey, like we end the show with some positivity. Share it in the chat if you got something good to share with the fam. Be kind of nice to know. My kids are out of school. I don't know if that's good or bad. Kids are hard to get up every day, right? First day of summer vacation, up at 6:30 in the morning, bright-eyed, ready to go. I'm like, you kids, what are y'all doing, man? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Ryan Lyons coming in with the 199 chat.
There we go. Appreciate you, Ryan.
Yo, appreciate it.
Man. Released June 13th.
2 hours.
Tonight at midnight. Yeah.
Cop that.
Get out on wherever y'all stream music at. It's free to stream it. Just check it out, man.
Pornhub,
Spotify, Tidal, Amazon,
not Pornhub.
Music. What's that?
I said not Pornhub.
Not Pornhub, yeah.
Not OnlyFans. Okay.
But if you're a producer of porn, Dev will let you license that music for a nominal fee.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, shout out to Dev with the music. Make sure you go check it out. You said the 13th and the 17th, right?
Yep.
Okay.
13th. Check it out.
Ending your weekend.
Yeah, appreciate you, Ryan. That's good stuff. Do you still using the DistroKid or no?
I am.
That's just like a dissemination tool, right? Yeah, okay.
On everything, man. Spotify, everything you want.
Yeah.
You will see it.
That's good stuff. Looking forward to it. Make sure you guys share Dev's music. Anyone else in the chat have anything good to share? Happy anniversary to you, Ryan. Anniversary, I mean your wife's birthday. I'm sorry. Happy birthday to your wife. I know she's a Cowboys fan, but that's okay. She's still cool. Please tell her happy birthday from us and the family. What else, guys, before we close out? Nothing.
I'm just happy we got the weekend coming.
We're in a good spot.
It's really beautiful outside, so you won't catch me inside.
Yeah. Soccer tournaments this weekend, man. Last one of the season, and soccer is over. That's good news to the fall. Late summer. Yeah, we have swimming.
Oh my God, Steve's gonna get some time at home.
Nope. Swimming is 7 days. Swimming is 6 days a week, excuse me. So on to the next. Swimming is good for you, though, so I'll give you that. All right, guys, we're on out here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you. We are blessed to chill it with you guys 2 days a week.
You know what? One final shout out.
One final.
To sundress weather.
So, there we go. Sundress weather. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. Please hit that like button for us. The audio will be out here on all your audio podcast platforms here shortly. Give it a listen. It ain't too bad on the replay. That's when we read some stuff. So, all right, guys, we'll be back on Monday. Like I said, we're trying to get get someone better than us to tell you about the minicamp, Minotaur minicamp from their point of view. So we'll see if we can get someone on and do that next week. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Peace and hail. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there this weekend. You guys enjoy yourselves.
That's this weekend?
It is, right? I believe it is.
No one gives a shit about us.
All I want to say is that they don't give a damn.
We're not gonna get that, but we'll get the same. We'll get the same poutine. Got a T-shirt, bro.
Sunday the 15th. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. It is Father's Day, man.
Oh, that explains why
my sister's coming down. It's happy Juneteenth coming up too.
Juneteenth.
That's why my kid came by. We're off work today. Y'all get off work
Juneteenth? Yeah, I got a federal holiday, so I'm good. What's up,
Caleb?
Caleb? Man? Good to see you, bro. We just closing up shop, talking about paying Terry, man.
Holiday to celebrate my blackness. Darkness.
Hey, RNP, Phil.
R and Phil can celebrate.
Oh my God! Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news!
What?
Just because we were talking about this guy in the group chat, Antonio Brown
arrested.
I seen that
wanted for attempted murder charge.
Oh yeah, that thing that happened.
Hey, pull that gun out and do in that fight.
That streamer's party or whatever it was. Aiden something.
The Aiden Ross thing.
Yeah. He was joking about it after it happened, man. On the stream, he was like, "Oh," and it was. I mean, AB's a great follow, by the way. Totally unhinged. Totally.
Oh my God. He told Kevin Newsom he banged his wife.
I know he did. But I'm trying to get why he's wanted for murder.
Don't want Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown cannot go to jail, people. That man is a national treasure.
Him and Jameis Winston, dude. The two people we need to live and survive. They are national treasures. AB and Jameis, man. Take care of them. Save them. We need those dudes in our lives.
You can't be doing that kind of wild shit in real life. Keep it on the Twitter street, please.
Come on, man.
But that just literally popped up on my phone right as we were closing out. I was like, oh.
CTESPN, man. Have at it. All right, guys. Now we out of here. Appreciate you guys. Be back Monday. Peace. Ayo. Love y'all. We out.